What's up, everybody? Lost to the computer last week. It's terrible. Can't throw in this game.
Tonight,
Just not that good yet.
from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club
when computer beat you feel like, man, I just don't know the game. I've been beat by the computer before, but it just hurts.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a 1st down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season, and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope to continue his improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. The Chargers did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll run here with Spiller. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Kelly will score. Touchdown, Chargers. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts the defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Hello.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Time for our first look at the Denver offense and, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos knew exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They wanted to bring in a quarterback who was durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented roster back to the postseason. And Russell Wilson, he was all those things in Seattle. One losing record in 10 seasons, missed only 3 games in that time, and made 9 Pro Bowls.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game. Clearly, was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. DeAndre Carter back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Wow.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Aaron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Charger football to start quarter number 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Herbert. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is caught by Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and it's pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate. I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return, Carter. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here are the Chargers to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Second and 5 now. Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. Down inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following scoring the touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense now set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On first down, Justin Herbert. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Dorsett's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That was late, dude. That was late.
So the big game for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Second and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted.
I knew I was going to do that.
And he will be
Stuck the whole way. I couldn't give up on him. Stuck the whole time. I just couldn't give up on him. That's just called do-do-ish.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports
Straight doodle
halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back
Just
underway.
could not give up on him, but you gotta look away, man. You gotta look at something else or throw it away. You gotta do that.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, that's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well,
if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring
Couldn't make up my mind.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Couldn't make up my mind. He was open and I didn't throw it to him. Too late.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And
quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Herbert.
oh, God, stop. Right there. Lady. Gonna lose again. Come on, y'all.
Getting the interception here, and look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
Quarterback. It's me and my quarterback.
They haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
Nice
And
tackle.
he is going to lose yardage here. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Right there, baby. Good D. Ready to help out, man.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, it's Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
Got him.
Saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off
Nice
by
play,
J.C. Jackson. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Touchdown! Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this
I saw what you wrote, Blue. I couldn't really read it all. I get at you right after this game.
Watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, hard to move it.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Steps away to his left.
Oh, that's doo-doo. Really?
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So
that hurt.
Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man. Wow. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon.
Wow.
Touchdown Broncos. Gordon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
Cook you to kick it offside. Damn. For real though.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down
nothing
the
out of here.
scrimmage. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their games,
I'm blowing this game. Blowing the game, man. Blowing the game.
Starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. It's Eckler again. 5 yards will get them back to the original. Now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they
guess,
will run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's got Dorsett complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense, and frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff. It's Eckler down to the 25. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they
that interception there was nice.
You take care of every aspect of the game. Shut down the run. Control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get.
Two
they
plugs.
can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Chargers, their strong start to the year continues as they're
all right, let me read, see what he's saying.
And for Charles Davis and our
see what my old friend Blue say.